Alright guys, how's it going? I'll warn you right now, this video's prefixed extra time, right? Which extra time videos are usually just a bit like, just me chill, just waffling, no different to any of my other videos to be honest with you. So if you're someone with little patience and you're here because you're looking for some like really fucking exciting news, you won't get it in this video. These videos are kind of like for me friends, you know what I mean? And people that really enjoy my content, and seeing as I'm going to be pottering about in the kitchen for a few minutes, I just want to touch base with them. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about yet, to be honest with you. Hello Remy, how you doing mate? Remy Abbas. So, what I will be doing in a minute is putting the air fryer on. Oh, I've got some drink left from last night. It's not alcohol, fizzy lemonade. That's alright now. I can't remember what tablets I took earlier. I took all these supplements, you know, and I don't know if I took them or not. I don't know. One day you'll be looking back at these videos when I'm not around anymore going, them fucking tablets didn't help him, did they? Well, you never know. When your time's up, innit? So, I know what I'm going to talk about in a minute. We talk about Melissa Reddy, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harvey, Elliott. But I'm going to football tomorrow, as you know. Please, this video's prefix extra time. I've already warned you, right? Do not, if you're new to my channel, say get on with it, right? Because you'll never be able to comment again, trust me. If you're old to my channel and you're going to say it, you know you're going to put an emoji after it. So we go to football tomorrow, right? Do you know what? I don't even know the league positions. There might have been some changes. So, by the way, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm not going. I'm not going to, though. Can't be bothered. I'm not going. Not going. You there, Remy, stat? Do you hear him? Kill. Real Sociedad. 1-2-1 today. Dubamendi played, and Kubo played as well. We'll probably talk about that in the Spanish review tomorrow. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, Remy, it won't be anyone with any good news, trust me. It won't. They'll want something, Remy. They'll want something. So tomorrow, David Villa's Blue and White Army, CF Benidorm. If you look up the YouTube channel on here, CF Benidorm, you'll be able to watch the game live. I'm sure you'll do that. Some of you do, actually. Hey, do you mind? I'm telling you, I've lived here long enough. I know. There is nobody at that door with a cheque saying you're a lottery winner. Trust me. We are playing away tomorrow at Crevillente. Crevillente, right? And the league standings are as follows. I know they're at the bottom somewhere. Right next to us, we're third from bottom, 29 points, and Crevillente are 1 point above us, just outside the relegation zone. So that's a big, big game, right? Now, Patacona, or whatever they're called, they're playing now, they're one below us, but don't think that'll make any difference. I think they're winning at the minute, they are, and they're still below us, so, excuse me, one moment, please. Get out there, or I'll fucking skin you. Out there. Thank you. You better hope Jen's not listening as well, because you know she'll give me an hard time. Get out there. I put him outside and he's let door, he's opened door straight away, cheeky little git. I wouldn't really skin him. Hello. Oh, I'll give him a biscuit, that's true. So, that's a big game tomorrow. I think the bus is leaving about 4 maybe, 4 o'clock. The game's at 6 local time. If you watch my morning briefings, we go through this every morning, don't we guys? Here he is. Straight to his bed with it. Didn't take much, did it? If only women were like that. Okay, but we're meeting at 1:30, some of us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a few sherbets. Like, I could have gone out last night with my mates Friday, just to a quiet, like, little village bar. You know, nothing, it's not a party. But no, I didn't go. Today I've not gone, I've stayed in and done videos for everyone. But no, tomorrow I'm going to have a drink. So what I do, if you don't know, when I go to the away games, I go on a minibus, right? And I take this big bag. In fact, I've bought another bag now as well. Where is it? There it is. I bought two, let me let you into a little secret. Right, so that's my normal bag. Oh, fuck me, alright. That's my normal bag, right? So what you do is you stick them cooler things in there on each side, put the beer in, and I put ice in because it's sealed, and then that's full for the bus on the way, alright? But what I realised recently was on the way back, everyone's like, Dunk, have you got any beer left? And I'm like, no mate, I am. So I bought this one, which is the backup bag. This is for the return journey. Because most people buy them are like, nah, you're alright, I don't want one. Right? And what I do is I take that one and I hide that one, right? But the other one's full from the brim. We all look after each other. Well, not everyone does, I guess. But I like to look after people. So I bought some beer. Right, so that'll go in there. That's for me. No, I mean, it's mine, and if someone wants a drink, they can have one. But I've just been to the supermarket. Look at all these, look. My regular viewers, they know, look. 2 big bags. Right. Oh, you're here now, are you? I don't want to touch them because my hands are not clean, but the cheese and ham, they smell lovely. And I've got 13. Now I know you won't believe me, but not one of them is for me. I bought them for everyone else. No, I'm telling you. And it's really, really difficult for me not having one right now, trust me. They're full of carbs. I'm trying to lose weight, as I always am. Got my chicken soup. I fucking love that chicken soup. I'm gonna have one of them in a minute. Put that on there. I'm gonna have that chicken there with that chicken soup. That's going in the air fryer in a minute, but I'm trying not to annoy you yet. So then you get these from the supermarket, the bags. These are for big things of bread. Cut them in half, stick a pasty in. At half time, they're like, "Where's Greg's?" And I'm like, "I'm over here." Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, what's that? I got 13. They're about 90 pence each. Really? Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure at some point during the day, you know, when we come back, if we go for a pint, someone will, you know, they'll go, "Do you want a pint?" Don't you know? You look after each other, don't you? You don't buy to get something back. For me, it's just like being a solid mate, you know. So yeah, I got all of that. I got all the stuff, and that'll be ready. We'll do all that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning's briefing. You'll see me with my scissors and that, getting it all ready. Ready. That reminds me. Just 1 minute. Oh, you know, I said I won't be having any. I know you're thinking, yeah, right, Chubs. I'm not. Do you know what I'm having? I'm having what they're called pigs in blankets. Look, I got Spanish bacon rather than British because it's really tasty and thin. Wrap them round the bangers, right? And that's me sorted because I don't want carbs. I don't want bread and stuff. I noticed recently I started having the baguettes, the bocadillos, and I was gaining weight just from having that bread. So anyway, like I say, if you're not one of my regulars around here, you'd be bored off your tits by now. So yeah, they'll all be having them lovely fucking cheese. They're beautiful, them. I need to move them. They're right under my nose. I can smell them. I'll be having cold pig's blankets. Ooh, they smell nice. They're going in air fryer. And then, my friends, we're gonna have some soup with that. I did that yesterday. Ba, ba, ba. If I could change the way I live my life. I would love a drink right now, I've got to be honest. I miss doing my Saturday night streams. I really do miss them. Really, really miss them. But I can't do it and then go out like tomorrow. I just can't, you know. Oh, someone's found the sausages and bacon, have they? Well, guess what, mate? They're going in the fridge, unlucky. Right. 1 second, then the air fryer is going on, so I'm sorry, but I need to eat. I'm a growing man. So, Reddy, Melissa Reddy, I see yesterday, she surfaced, if you follow my Cop Talk Twitter account, X, whatever it's called, at Cop Talk, I did mention, oh God, Reddy's fucking surface or something, like, oh God, Reddy's here. And you can subscribe to that account to support it back. I do put a lot of things on there like that I don't put out publicly. If you like my videos and you're on X, you'll like my comments on there. And there's the Church of Dunk as well on my personal account. Don't get all of it. Hey, look, gotta make a living, guys. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, sorry, just in case you're wondering, I'm putting my soup in my dish. So Melissa Reddy, I deem her one of the clique of LFC journalists. I don't think she's just focused on Liverpool, though, is it? I think it depends who she's, you know, what's in the news at the time, kind of thing. And at one time, she was a bit close to things at Liverpool, from the players' side, but not anymore. I wonder how Mane's doing these days. Oh, man, Mane was the one that ended up marrying some kid or something. I have to be so careful. You know I'm really cheeky, and you know I can joke about anything. You know that, but you know people on the internet. The majority of people, to be honest, my regulars around here, they know me. They know I'm cheeky. They know I don't mean any harm. But you always get the odd touchy one. You know what I mean? We're not bothered about them, are we, guys? But fuck me, they'll spin it out of context, so I'm not going to say anything. But, hang on a minute. I need to do some research here. 1 second, please. Right, here we go. €25 I just spent in the supermarket. Why is it 25? Oh, I bought them sausages and bacon and that, didn't I? Right, Sadio Mane. Let's have a look. How old is Mane's new wife? It says 19 here. 19 and he's 32. No, 19's all right, isn't it? I mean, what I mean by all right, is, first of all, that wouldn't interest me because she won't have a fucking clue how to turn a fucking washing machine on or do a Yorkshire pudding. I mean, a frozen Yorkshire pudding maybe, right? But a few years ago, I was dating someone 15 years younger than me, right? And everyone was like, fucking you legend. I'm like, you've not seen my wives, you know what I mean? Wives, like Henry the fucking VIII, me. Someone actually said that in one of my fucking videos, when Dunk's like a modern day Henry the VIII. I'm not sure how to take that. Same figure. Anyway, you've got to be careful when you're joking about things, but 19, I mean, in America though, isn't that still classed as a bit dodgy? I don't know. But anyway, it was an Islamic arranged ceremony, so I don't want to upset anyone on this, right? So I'm going to say that's how I ain't got an opinion about anything else. 32 and 19. See, some people might think he's a legend, but I don't have an opinion about it, to be honest with you. Right, anyway, why did we get onto that? Oh, yeah, Melissa Reddy, yeah, of course. What's going on? I can hear a door banging. There's a joke in there as well. So, Melissa Reddy. So she surfaces, oh yeah, I think she's in the LFC clique of journos, right? And the LFC clique of journos, and I know some of you guys know this, and I know sometimes you go, we don't need to know, but you've got to understand, as you people come to my channel all the time. You know when people take the piss and go, we know you've done it for 27 years, don't? Some people are new, right? And maybe they don't know. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you've got to repeat yourself. And sometimes you just got to repeat yourself. Sometimes. And anyway, so some of you guys will know what, you know, the standard of journalism is pants, right, regarding football to these days. You don't see a journalist running an exclusive anymore, which is why we're always taking the piss out of them. I mean, occasionally we get an exclusive that's not bad. But in my opinion, and I think I'm qualified to pass an opinion on this, when it comes to Liverpool, Paul Joyce and Ornstein, right? And wait, I need to rest my head. I feel tired. I only listen to those two. You might listen to other people. I don't, and it's my job to. All right, so I just don't. Don't get me wrong. There's some journalists that maybe, you know, I always say about James Pearce, like I think he writes good, like maybe interviews about kids, you know, like academy graduates or former Liverpool players or stuff like that. But in terms of being in the loop, he's the Liverpool journalist at The Athletic, yet Ornstein, that isn't dedicated to Liverpool, you know, he's the one that gets all the news, right? Including, for example, the exclusive. Actually, I don't know if it was, I think it was classed as an exclusive. The FSG Malaga stuff that came out today, which is really strange because I only mentioned Malaga and FSG a few days ago in one of my morning briefings, and it wasn't in the papers. It was because the PSG owner was sniffing around them. Anyway, so Ornstein and Joyce, they're still, you know, they're still managed, all right? And that's not to make it sound like the owners are paying them money. You know, people go, oh, they're in, in envelopes, stash. It's not like that. They're managed, right? And it's no different to any other major club these days, I think. And what that means is your true insiders, ITKs, know a lot more than they reveal, right? So I know that from over the years myself, that when you get, sometimes you get told something, right? I was talking about the other day when L4 tried to buy the club, right? So I'm pals with them, right? And they're telling me every single day during that process what's happening, but you can't say anything. You can say this, you can't say that. And it's one of the most frustrating things ever. One of the journalists that you guys will know still writes for one of the English newspapers to do with Liverpool. Occasionally, you don't see him very often now. Back in the day, very close to Liverpool, not now. Again, players' side. And I remember that person saying to me, there's so much, this is how I learnt about it. They said to me, like, there's so much done, you know, everyone says journalists, this, shit, so I know this, I know that, blah, 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 but you can't publish it, all right? And that was when I first learned, because you remember I was a young lad, right? So you go like, oh, right, okay, and that's how you learn. And then it was like, that journal said to me, but I can filter things through you can put it out through Cop Talk, but I can't put it in the paper, right? And that's how you friendships are formed, or and you learn about how the industry works and what goes on, right? So you've got Joyce will know things, for example, and he won't say anything because if he did it once, that's it, it's cut off, right? And not only do you lose your access, you've got to remember that the basic journals, the clicker journalists, they get the access to the press conferences, just like, you know what I mean? If you work for a newspaper, you're going to get access or whatever. But then that's a professional level access, right? But then there's access above that. If you become friends with someone at the club, that's a big deal, isn't it? Right? Say, let's for example say hypothetically, let's just imagine that Michael Edwards was really close to Paul Joyce on a friendship level as well. So you got a working level and a friendship level. So you're not going to shaft the mate, are you? On a working level, you could drop something you're not supposed to for what? For one exclusive. Then what? You cut off. If you got, a wife, husband, kids, whatever, and you got a mortgage, then you're not going to take that risk. That's why none of them in that clique ever speak up when they should speak up, because they're all terrified today, because the news industry is shit, right? So that's why they toe the line, guys. A lot of people think, oh, it's just for the access. Well, it is for the access, but I bet a lot of them would like to say things sometimes, but like, well, I can't fucking say anything. Imagine being sat at home with your missus going, do you know what? I know that fucking John Henry's fucking lying. I know what he's up to. I'm going to tell it. She'll be like, you can't do that. Got a mortgage to pay, Dave. You know what I mean? Dave's just a fucking random name there, right? I always use Dave on my videos, all right? So don't read into that. But you know what I mean? So they haven't really got much choice, but I think they're a shower of shit anyway, to be honest with you. I don't think that they represent the fans. Well, they're not supposed to represent the fans. They're not supposed to represent the club or the owners either, but they do. All right? So there's no impartiality. But the best thing you're going to get to anything that's genuine is going to be from Joyce and Ornstein. And as I always say to you, Joyce is more the people that run the club on a day-to-day basis. Ornstein is more ownership, right? Owners and that. But they do cross over, right? So, and I think that was backed up today because who dropped the FSG Malaga stuff? Ornstein, that's my point, right? And in it, he was saying something about their expertise, you know what I mean? And Joyce, when he writes about things, it tends to be about players and transfers and things, and how great Edwards and Hughes is, right? You know what I'm saying? You can always tell when someone's, because you know that the people that have fed you are going to be reading what you've wrote. Voila, right? So then you get down to this lower level, and sometimes the club do use the clicker journalists to get stuff out. Nothing really exciting though, just like a bit of trill here like that, feeding them and that. And then when Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk signed their Liverpool contracts, or when Trent Alexander-Arnold finally inks his Real Madrid contract, that clique of journalists, including Melissa Reddy, and I'm not being mean to her, and it's nothing to do with the fact she's a woman. Fucking hell. I treat it the same way you're male or female. It doesn't make any difference to me, right? And she's better to look at than fucking James Pearce, isn't she? That is for sure. No offence, James, just because it's a chick, right? She's beautiful. And those journalists, when it's out there, when it happens, they'll publish day after day reams of how it happened, how the transfer happened, how it was brought down. They'll have a fucking like a timeline of events, but right now they don't know anything. Suspicious, that, innit? They know everything when it's happened, but they didn't know it before it was supposed to happen, or they were prevented from telling you. But I don't think that applies to the clique. That applies only to Ornstein and Joyce, right? So Reddy surfaces, and she says she's come out with a couple of things yesterday, I think it was, and I actually did make a video yesterday, but I didn't upload it, and that was about Harvey Elliott, like she's saying, she dropped in there, and Liverpool, would accept a good offer for Harvey Elliott, and that set a lot of people talking, but it was one sentence, maybe 8, 9, 10 words, I don't know, in the middle of this huge article about Trent. And sometimes I think journalists do that to get engagement or attention to an article. Right, I can't remember the last time that happened. I remember mentioning the same thing. Because how many articles has there been about Trent in the last week, the last few days? Loads, right? So why would you go, if someone said Melissa Reddy's put an article out about Trent, you'd all go, yeah, fucking mate, we all know what's going on, right? But she put something new in it, didn't she? She dropped what is it in? The Harvey Elliott stuff. And then people are like, oh, I'm going to go and read that now. Is there any truth to it? Harvey Elliott. Would Liverpool accept a good bid for him? Yeah, I think they would. But I think not everyone, but there's a lot of players in that team that Liverpool go, yeah, we could do that. You know what I mean? So, and the lad might want to go somewhere else. I don't think he does, actually. I really like Harvey Elliott. I do. I like his attitude, But if the club turn around to him and say, look, we're getting some money for you, your opportunity is going to be limited, then yeah. So I don't think it was really groundbreaking what she said. I think when I've gone over things over the last few months, I keep saying to you guys on my live streams and all sorts, I keep saying, Richard Hughes, he's got a lot to do with this summer when you think about it, guys. There's Virgil van Dijk, there's Mo Salah, there's Trent Alexander-Arnold, all these things are going to be resolved. There's Canate, that's got to be solved. There's Kelleher, that's got to be resolved. Some people think Alisson's available too. I think he won't be, but some people think so. They're previously talking about Gomez, his future was up in the air. Endo's another one, will he stay or will he want a new thing? You got Darwin Núñez, that's obviously up in the air. Luis Diaz wants to go to Barcelona. And then at the very end of going through all them, I then said to you each time, and then Harvey Elliott, there's a possibility he might be looked at. But it was always the last one that I mentioned, because I always saw that as like, I don't see the club going out of the way going, we need to get rid of him. I don't see that. But if an opportunity comes along, they're going to go, what do you reckon? It's common sense. So what she said there wasn't that, you know what I mean? But the next thing that she mentioned I think she said, I didn't read in all of the article, guys, because I genuinely can't be arsed, and I know there's going to be nothing in there that's new. She then said that, I think, so if I'm wrong, tell me, but from what I understand is that she said that Virgil and Mo Salah were desperate to stay at Liverpool. Well, if they want to stay at Liverpool, everyone knows that. That's why Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards not shitting themselves, right? So, and there's nobody trying to sign them on the kind of level of the money that they want to get from us. The Saudis, yeah. But if you're Richard Hughes, you know they don't want to go to Saudi. So if Rami Abbas, sorry, if Rami Abbas, Mo Salah's agent, says, well, we can get that in Saudi, if I was Richard Hughes, I'd go, well, go on then. Go and get it. Because I know they don't want to go. All right? So I know you're going to go, now you're telling me that nobody wants Mo Salah. No, they do want Mo Salah. European clubs will want Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. But I bet you what Liverpool are offering them is higher than any of those clubs would be willing to pay. If they did not agree new deals with Liverpool, then they're going to have to go, well, such and such is interesting, but you're going to have to take a fucking pay cut to go there. So the players are chancing it as well. And this is why I think, Hughes and Edwards are like, we're all right, we can just fucking chill, right? So anyway, they've said the obvious. She said the obvious there. The next thing was that Trent, I don't know, I don't want to quote anyone because I can't, all right? But basically along the lines that Trent, his representatives, his camp, whatever, his peoples, were very, I think it was like surprised that this news, they didn't want that out there, or it wasn't supposed to be there, or they're surprised at where it's come from, blah, blah, blah. I get the impression there, right? First of all, if you follow my coverage of everything, right, to do with the Spanish media, it's everything. We know all this stuff for fucking ages, right? So the Madrid-based media has been spot on. I've now got a contact at Marca, which I'm very fucking proud about. I'm not saying that they're going to be phoning me up every. Well, I won't be able to understand them anyway because I talk too fast in Spanish, in Castellano. So the point is, I think the Madrid-based media, when people go, don't listen to Spanish propaganda, there's no difference to listening to the propaganda from England, mate, right? But they have been spot on. But I get the impression that, I don't want to name names, right? But I get the impression that someone close to Trent has spoke to her and planted that seed, like, oh no, we don't know where it's come from, kind of thing. Because I feel like the efforts that she made, about that was kind of like, he's not. Like, you can imagine Trent go, oh my God, what's that? Fucking hell, they're going to lynch me, man. They're going to hang me from the cop. All right? So you can imagine it being like, he didn't expect that. They're all surprised. It wasn't them that leaked this or that. I don't think any of them fucking leaked it anyway, to be honest with you. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. I've discussed it a million times. But what I'm trying to say is, I think, as much as I don't listen to what she says, right, I do analyse things for you and I look at things and I consider things, and there's nothing to suggest that I'm right. I'm purely just going over it. I do think that someone has spoke to her and fed her that line, that one line, that's not, and fed her that line that, we're not responsible for that kind of thing, right? Because I think that's trying to ease it a little bit. That's what I think. I think someone has genuinely said that, and that's why that suddenly cropped up in an article. It's a bit of a random article, to be honest. It's all fucking obvious. So the other stuff, Virgil, Mo, Harvey, all to me, just, yeah. But the emphasis on the article to me seemed like, if you think about the article, it seemed like it was like damage limitation. Is that the right word? Like, we didn't put that out there. We didn't want that out there, all right? Because the article also went along the lines of, anyway, Liverpool would be hypocrites if they were to, have a problem with him going to Real Madrid, because they would be willing to sell Harvey. Where's all that come from, guys? I genuinely think that someone got in her ear, and it weren't anyone at the club, that is for sure. Right, there we go. That's it. Can I get on with my grub now? Because I'm fading away, as you can see. In real time, you've been sat there, haven't you, going, fucking hell, don't losing weight quick. At least I can fucking poke fun at myself. That's one thing. They might slag me off in my videos and that, and I got my haters and all that, but at least I fucking have a giggle. Miserable fuckers. Right. Where's... Oh. From memory, I think it's 13 minutes. I can do a lot in 13 minutes. I tell you. Minus 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes off. 12 minutes, 180. Well, that's because 1 minute to warm up. Oh, I'd love to. Right, 180. 180. 13 minutes. There we go. Turn off if it's annoying you. I've already turned off. You're already fucking annoying me. That's fine. Right, that's it then. No, they're not for you. Can you do me a favour, those of you that have watched this video, would you keep them in the cupboard, right, so they stay nice and soft and fresh, or would you put them in the fridge? Now I would say cupboard. I'm going to put them in the cupboard. I think when you put them in the fridge, they might stay fresh, but then tomorrow they'll be rock hard. And then, alright, I can take them out of the fridge in the morning, but they're always cold and hard, and by 7 o'clock they might have, you know, become a bit more normal. What would you do to keep them fresh? You see, I'd rather buy them tomorrow, but I can't. Cupboard. I think cupboard. I think in fridge will be just, they go a bit, I don't know, what would you do? They're going in a cupboard in a sealed bag, there we go. And we'll close that. As if I keep, what's fucking wrong with me? I'm not even eating them. Right, and on that note, I'm going to go now. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you haven't, I'm sorry about that. Not really. I've got a bad back. Right. Let's have a look at social media. Should we have a look and see if anyone's commented any of my videos? Oh, people will be watching FA Cup order. I haven't responded, that one. Kieran Hederman. Oh, look at that. Supported me with a super thing. What they're called, super thanks. Thank you, Kieran. I will give you a shout out tomorrow morning in my morning briefing at Anfield Road, I think that is, and Jeff Patenga as well, Daryl Kenchington from In the Cop End. I think, oh no, these are ages ago. The fuck am I on about? They're a month ago. Daryl knows today. He's alright, Daryl, good kid. In the Cop End, go and check his YouTube channel out. Yeah, he's good. Right. 5 minutes on the soup, 6 minutes time. I'm going, guys. I'll speak to you tomorrow. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a live stream, to be honest, but I don't think it'll send a notification out to send them live. I'll see how bored I am after I've done this. Have my grub. I really want to do something for Met United TV as well, but I need to find something. Alright, listen, I'm going. If you appreciate the video, if you slightly found it interesting, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee for the cafe on Monday, or a beer tomorrow, please hit the super thanks button. I love that. I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing. Remember, I have started reviewing the Spanish papers for the Spanish football news as well now. So I do the daily uploads on here, where it affects Liverpool, as you know. But I review the papers every day, and I miss a lot out. I go, oh, I wonder if they'd have been found that interesting. But I don't want to put non-Liverpool news on here. So I have created this new YouTube channel, Golazo España. You'll see it pop up on the end of the video on the screen. Click on it, please, subscribe. There'll be a link in the video description as well. I'd love to see you over there. Even if you don't watch my vids, the subscription, you know, the little sub will make me smile. Not as much as them fucking pieces of chicken will in a minute, but you know what I mean. Right, have a great weekend. I hope everything's going all right. Let me know your thoughts on anything in this video, especially the cheese and ham. Fuck Trent Alexander-Arnold. I want to know about these cheese and ham things. Would you put them in the cupboard or in the fridge? What do you reckon? Let me know. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Alright.